It is essentially determining what? Determining the use of HYV seeds, high yielding variety of seeds. ठीक है. So again, if you talk about high yielding varieties of seeds, they are characterized by what? They are characterized by higher productivity. Of water है, till then you cannot have higher productivity. ठीक है. So in this case what will happen? It will be characterized by lower productivity. इसी तरह से और एग्जांपल्स ले सकते हो. Like for example, if you take the example of red soil. तो रेड सॉइल किस तरह का सॉइल है? इट इज अ लीच्ड सॉइल. ठीक है, उसकी लीचिंग हुई है. एंड इन रेड सॉइल व्हाट विल हैपन? इफ द सॉइल रिमेन्स बेयर फॉर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, व्हाट विल हैपन? इट विल ऑल्सो एक्सपीरियंस मोर हैवी लीचिंग. ठीक है. So in these areas what happens? Leaching of the soil is a problem. And if the leaching of the soil is problem, what will happen? लीचिंग में क्या क्या चीजें निकल जाती हैं? कैन वी से बेसेस निकल जाएंगे, ऑर्गेनिक मैटर निकल जाएगा. ठीक है. द सॉइल विल बिकम मोर एनरिच्ड इन व्हाट? इन आयरन, एल्युमिनियम. ठीक है. सॉइल अगर ये फिनोमेना ज्यादा होता है, तो जब ये एक्सेसिव अमाउंट्स में हो जाता है, तो देयर इज इवन डिग्रेडेशन ऑफ सॉइल्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ लेटराइट सॉइल्स. इन जनरल जो रेड सॉइल्स होते हैं, दे आर स्लाइटली एसिडिक सॉइल्स. पीएच के टर्म्स में दे आर स्लाइटली एसिडिक सॉइल्स. उसमें से बेसेस निकल चुके हैं और इसलिए भी उनकी फर्टिलिटी क्या होगी? इट विल बी लोअर. ठीक है. तो अगेन यू विल बी फाइंडिंग दैट दे विल बी कैरेक्टराइज्ड बाय लोअर प्रोडक्टिविटी. इन सॉइल्स में इफ यू आर डूइंग very intensive cultivation, what will happen to these soils? They will degrade very quickly. ठीक है. So again you can give several examples of soil. अब soil में भी एक good example भी दे सकते हो. One is the case of black soils of the world. वर्ल्ड की बात कर रहा हूँ. इंडिया वाला ब्लैक सॉइल डिफरेंट है. ठीक है. जोनल ब्लैक सॉइल्स की बात कर रहे हैं. इनको हम वर्ल्ड के लेवल पर बोलते हैं चर्नोजेम सॉइल्स. एंड ये जो चर्नोजेम सॉइल्स होते हैं, दे आर एसोसिएटेड विद द प्रेरी और टेपी ग्रासलैंड्स. ठीक है. तो ये जो ग्रासेस होती हैं, दीज ग्रासेस आर व्हाट? लेग्यूमिनस. एंड दीज लेग्यूमिनस ग्रासेस व्हाट दे विल डू? देयर इज प्रेजेंस ऑफ leguminous grasses. They are doing nitrogen fixing in the soil. So if there is nitrogen fixing in the soil, already you can understand the soils will be characterized by higher fertility, and thus what will also be there? There will be higher productivity. ठीक है. So there will be higher fertility and higher productivity. ठीक है. तो जैसे ही मैंने एग्रो इकोलॉजिकल को लिख लिया, ठीक है, इसका भी एग्जांपल हम दे सकते हैं. अभी हमने दिया था कमर्शियल ग्रेन फार्मिंग इज द टाइप ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर विच इज प्रैक्टिस्ड इन दीज रीजन्स. ठीक है. वंस वी हैव रिटन दिस, नेक्स्ट थिंग आई विल से दैट as the civilization and technology has progressed, humans have been able to better manage such deterministic factors determining agricultural productivity. Thus, in modern times, possibilistic factors related with humans have played important role in determining agricultural productivity. ठीक है. सो अब हम बताएंगे. अब मैं वर्ल्ड के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से उस फैक्टर्स को थोड़ा सा मॉडिफाई कर रहा हूं. ठीक है. सो इफ यू टॉक अबाउट, देयर आर वेरियस फैक्टर्स and one important factor is very clearly the role of technological development and its diffusion. Role of technological development and its diffusion. ठीक है. So very clearly, if you talk about the role of technological development and its diffusion, it is playing a very dominant role. ठीक है. कैसे ये बहुत dominant role play कर रहा है? Because it determines, it is essentially determining what? Determining the use of HYV seeds, high yielding variety of seeds. ठीक है. So again, if you talk about high yielding varieties of seeds, they are characterized by what? They are characterized by higher productivity. Higher productivity. ठीक है. So for example, अगर हम बात करें in case of United States of America, ठीक है, what we find, the main area of, this is the main corn belt of US, ठीक है. And what happens as you go here, what happens with the agricultural productivity? It is declining. So again, it is what? It is diffusion of technology. इंडिया में अगर हम बात करें तो you can understand कि इंडिया में, can I say this is the area where diffusion of green revolution technology has taken place? Another area where this diffusion of green revolution technology has taken place, another area where the diffusion of this green revolution technology has taken place, another area where this diffusion of green revolution technology has taken place. This is the Karnataka region जहां पर हुआ है, एंड छोटे छोटे पॉकेट्स हैं इधर उधर. ठीक है. सो इफ यू टॉक अबाउट, दैट इज द केस. अब मैं इनके बाहर जाता हूं तो डिफ्यूजन क्या हुआ है? डिफ्यूजन हैज बिकम लेस. सो हमें सेकेंडरी जोन मिलता है ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन का. ठीक है. तो ये वाले जो एरिया हैं ये कौन से हैं? दीज आर द प्राइमरी, या फिर इनको बोलते हैं कोर जोन्स ऑफ ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन. As you go away from these areas, these are the secondary zone of green revolution. तो वहां पर क्या हुआ? डिफ्यूजन हुआ है बट इट हैज बीन लेसर. And if you go further away, then what you will be finding, these are the areas where lack of diffusion. The reason can be physical or reason can be cultural. ठीक है. So obviously सबसे ज्यादा प्रोडक्टिविटी हमें कहां पर मिलेगी? प्राइमरी जोन में मिलेगी. फिर उसके बाद मीडियम लेवल ऑफ प्रोडक्टिविटी कहां पे मिलेगी? सेकेंडरी जोन में मिलेगी. एंड लोएस्ट प्रोडक्टिविटी वहां पर मिलेगी वेयर देयर इज लैक ऑफ डिफ्यूजन. ठीक है. सो अगेन दैट इज द रोल ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी, technological development and its diffusion. So this is one factor. Then another factor, if you talk about, it is third factor. या फिर इसमें कौन सा? इसमें शायद ये फर्स्ट था ना. ठीक है, इसमें ये फर्स्ट था. सो इसको सेकेंड ही रखते हैं. नाउ इफ यू टॉक अबाउट दिस फैक्टर, इट इज ऑल्सो रिलेटेड विथ व्हाट? The type of agriculture being practiced. Type of agriculture being practiced. ठीक है. So agriculture can be subsistence type and agriculture can be commercial type. In case of subsistence type agriculture, tell me, do we find that there is very important factor that it is primarily meant for self consumption? In subsistence type agriculture, there is a low surplus or lack of surplus production, or just because there is no surplus production, what will happen? It is characterized by lower input, low agricultural inputs. ठीक है. On the other hand, can I say, when I am talking about commercial agriculture, can I use the principle of von Thunen? So here there is market, and on this side is what? It is the intensity of agriculture, and this is essentially the distance. ठीक है. So tell me, can I say कि द प्लेसेस विच आर नियर, यहां पर क्या प्रैक्टिस हो सकता है? कमर्शियल एग्रीकल्चर. द प्लेसेस इफ यू टॉक अबाउट विच आर फार, यहां पर किस तरह का एग्रीकल्चर होगा? सबसिस्टेंस एग्रीकल्चर. ठीक है. तो अगेन, व्हाट इज द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ कमर्शियल एग्रीकल्चर? कमर्शियल एग्रीकल्चर इज एसेंशियली meant for market. It is market oriented agriculture. There is large surplus production, and as a result of which, because there is profit involved, large profits are there, so there is high intensity of inputs, which would essentially mean that there will be higher agricultural intensity, which would mean that there will be higher productivity. ठीक है, which would mean that there will be higher productivity. So for example, high productivity वाले जो agriculture है, they can be also what? They can be like take the case of market gardening. Market gardening क्या है? It is a very high productivity agriculture. वहाँ पर high intensity of input होता है. Like market gardening is a type of agriculture which is totally entirely based upon irrigation. उसमें 100% irrigation की जरूरत होती है. ठीक है, वेरी हाई इंटेंसिटी ऑफ इनपुट्स विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू फर्टिलाइजर्स, पेस्टिसाइड्स एटसेट्रा इज यूज्ड। ठीक है, इसलिए उसमें क्या होता है, सबसे हाईएस्ट प्रोडक्टिविटी मिलता है। ठीक है, सो यू कैन डेफिनेटली गिव द एग्जांपल ऑफ मार्केट गार्डनिंग एग्रीकल्चर। सो एक फैक्टर क्या है, इट इज रिलेटेड विद द टाइप ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर। तीसरा एक इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर क्या है, इट इज द पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमिक सेटअप। पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमिक सेटअप, so again political economic setup is another factor which is determining. So political economic setup क्या करता है, it will in turn determine many things, like for example it will determine, tell me, will it determine many things, like will it determine the land tenure system? It will determine the land tenure system. Will it also determine the pricing policy? ठीक है, it will determine other things, like for example it will determine research and development. Will it determine other things like the extension systems? different तरह के extension systems हो सकते हैं, like credit, ठीक है, knowledge dissemination, तो बहुत सारे तरह के extension systems हो सकते हैं। तो very much it is determined by what? These are determined by the political economic setup. अब इनके examples दे देते हैं एक एक। like for example अगर हम बात करें land tenure system का एक example लेते हैं, तो लैंड टेन्योर सिस्टम में हम कंपेयर करते हैं इंडिया एंड वी कंपेयर इट विथ चाइना। तो इंडिया में व्हाट वी फाइंड, इंडिया में देयर इज अ मोर ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी, एंड इन अ डेमोक्रेसी व्हाट वी फाइंड देयर इज प्राइवेट ओनरशिप ऑफ लैंड, यहां पर मिलता है। एंड एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ विच द मैन लैंड रेशियो कंबाइंड विथ दिस, विथ द मैन लैंड रेशियो को अगर हम इस पे कंबाइन करें तो व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग दैट देयर इज स्मॉल साइज लैंड होल्डिंग्स। And if there is small size land holdings, tell me, can we say that they would be becoming hindrance in development of commercial agriculture? ठीक है, so they will promote more which type of agriculture? Subsistence farming will be promoted as a result of which. ठीक है, and clearly you can understand as a outcome of this phenomena we will find that there will be low एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्टिविटी। ऑन द अदर हैंड अगर मैं चाइना की बात करूं, चाइना में किस तरह का सिस्टम था, अ सिस्टम बेस्ड अपॉन कम्युनिज्म, ठीक है, एंड एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ विच देयर इज नो सच प्राइवेट लैंड ओनरशिप राइट्स। ठीक है, तो देयर इज नो प्राइवेट लैंड ownership rights were available in case of China, and as a result of which was China able to develop a very efficient type of system of cooperative agriculture। ठीक है, तो उन्होंने अपने एग्रीकल्चर को एक कम्यून सिस्टम ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर में डेवलप कर दिया। ठीक है, and definitely this commune system of agriculture, if you talk about here, it has allowed what? It has allowed the agriculture to become more commercial। क्योंकि commune system of agriculture में क्या होगा, can there be division of labor? Some people can be involved in cultivation, some people can be involved in marketing, etc., etc. So there will be better specialization, there will be better division of labor, the land size will become large enough to allow the intensive use of input, generate greater surplus, make it more market oriented agriculture. So सारी चीजें हो सकती हैं. So very clearly, can we say the political economic setup, is it determining the land tenure system? Obviously yes. Then आते हैं next, pricing policy. Pricing policy. So if you talk about the factor of pricing policy, बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हो सकते हैं. लाइक अगर हम एक एग्जाम्पल इंडिया का ही लें, ठीक है, तो इंडिया प्रोवाइड्स एमएसपी ऑन सर्टेन क्रॉप्स, ठीक है, मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस ऑन सर्टेन क्रॉप्स. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, कैन आई से एमएसपी इज प्रोवाइडेड ऑन wheat, it is provided on rice, ठीक है. So clearly in case of these crops, do we find that in these crops has the green revolution been more successful? ठीक है, so there has been more successful implementation of green revolution, and as a result of which there has been here more commercialization of agriculture, leading to higher productivity. But tell me, can we say that some other crops, particularly millets, what has happened to them? Have they lagged behind? They have lagged behind in these areas. Still, what is the type of agriculture which is being practiced? Subsistence agriculture is being practiced, and thus they are characterized by what? Lower productivity. क्योंकि ये जहां पर भी मिलेट्स का कल्टीवेशन हो रहा था, उन स्टेट्स में उस तरह का सपोर्ट सिस्टम नहीं मिला एमएसपी के टर्म्स में. इवन इफ इट वाज अनाउंस्ड इन सम ऑफ देम, what was happening, there was no such, ultimately if you talk about mechanism to avail that MSP. ठीक है. So again, it is essentially what? Pricing policy is definitely a factor. Then if you talk about research and development, हमने already बात कर लिया, and various forms of extension systems. Extension systems, like for example, take the case of Thailand. ठीक है, तो अगर हम थाईलैंड का एग्जाम्पल लें, तो थाईलैंड इज एन एरिया विच हैज हाई प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑफ रबर कल्टीवेशन. रबर कल्टीवेशन, ठीक है. रबर इज अ क्रॉप which is native to Brazil. But in Brazil, if you talk about, rubber cultivation is not so developed. So what is the primary reason? Again, it is various forms of extension services provided, which includes the credit provided to farmers, the market facilities which are provided to farmers, ठीक है, the research and development facilities which are given to the farmers or innovations which are being done. So ये सब factors की वजह से थाईलैंड में जो रबर कल्टीवेशन है, मलेशिया एंड थाईलैंड, यू नो, दीज आर द प्लेसेस वेयर इट इज मोस्ट डेवलप्ड. ठीक है, सो इस तरह से करके हम इस आंसर को लिख सकते थे, बिकॉज द क्वेश्चन वाज आस्किंग अबाउट व्हाट कॉजेस. अगर ये क्वेश्चन दूसरा सेकंड वाला होता तो देन आई वुड हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड इन अ डिफरेंट फैशन. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल आई कुड हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट लो प्रोडक्टिविटी एग्रीकल्चर. लो प्रोडक्टिविटी एग्रीकल्चर में सपोज मुझे बात करनी है, इफ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट शिफ्टिंग कल्टीवेशन, तो यू नो वेरी वेल शिफ्टिंग कल्टीवेशन में क्या होता है, इट इज प्राइमरली मेंट फॉर सेल्फ कंजम्पशन. ठीक है, communities are very small, the technology that they are using is very primitive technology which they are using. ठीक है, inputs if you talk about are at very very low level. तो यही सारे फैक्टर्स को एक्सप्लेन करके मैं बता दूंगा कि वहां पर why there is low productivity of agriculture. ठीक है, so that is how this answer should have been written. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Question number 14. Climate change will disrupt food production and will lead to increased frequency and intensity of famines. I'll give you 2 minutes again. Think. Climate change will disrupt food production and will lead to increased frequency and intensity of famines. कैसे लिखेंगे इसको? एनीवन? ओके. एनीवन एल्स? ठीक है, अब मैं देखता हूं इसको थोड़ा। जोग्राफर्स जो होते हैं, ठीक है, दे आर लाइक ईगल, सुपरमैन की तरह होते हैं। ईगल और सुपरमैन की खास बात क्या होती है? दे आर फ्लाइंग above and what they see is a macro perspective। ठीक है, प्रॉब्लम क्या है, तुम लोग वर्ड्स के डिटेल्स में फंस जाते हो। व्हाट इज द स्पिरिट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन? दैट मैक्रो पर्सपेक्टिव इज द ज्योग्राफिकल पर्सपेक्टिव। सो इफ आई लुक इनटू दिस, आई नो दैट आई इज इक्वल टू फैट। ठीक है, इफ आई हैव टू टॉक अबाउट रिसोर्स स्कार्सिटी, फेमाइन क्या है? इज इट अ रिसोर्स स्कार्सिटी सिचुएशन? सो रिसोर्स स्कार्सिटी, P is Malthusian, A if you talk about is Marxian view, जिसको हम बोलते हैं पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमिक व्यू, एंड थर्ड इज टेक्नोसेंट्रिक व्यू। So there are three views which explain famines, occurrence of famines. Occurrence of famines can be what Malthus calls it or Neo-Malthusian calls it. It can be due to result of what? It can be due to result of political economic factors, and it can also be outcome of technological factors. Like for example, अगर अफ्रीका में ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन टेक्नोलॉजी स्प्रेड नहीं है, तो क्या इसका मतलब हुआ, डज इट मीन्स दैट देयर शुड बी मोर फेमाइन्स अकरिंग इन अफ्रीका? Yes or no? We do find, if political economic situation in India was that of British colonialism, did it meant that such exploitative system was leading to greater number of famines? Obviously yes. After we have established our own system after independence, can we say we established mechanisms like if we talk about MSP and others, ठीक है, PDS system etc., and does it has allowed decline in occurrence of such famines? Obviously yes, it has happened। ठीक है, अब मैं इस पर्सपेक्टिव, जैसे ही मेरे पास ये ब्रॉड पर्सपेक्टिव है, ठीक है, माल्थस का पर्सपेक्टिव क्या कहता है? माल्थस का पर्सपेक्टिव कहता है कि ये जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं वो किस पे डिपेंड करती हैं? दे डिपेंड अपॉन व्हाट इज द लेवल ऑफ द रिसोर्स। So if the level of resource is high, then what will happen? This problem will occur like this. But if the level of resource is low, if it reduces, suppose, can I say कि ये problem जल्दी occur करेगा? Yes or no? So this is the Malthusian perspective. अब अगर मैं इस स्टेटमेंट को पढ़ूं, तो क्या ये स्टेटमेंट मेनली माल्थूजियन पर्सपेक्टिव को बताता है? Does it primarily focuses upon the Malthusian perspective? Read the question again. Yes or no? Even if suppose climate change is taking place, political economic system is such that it invests in research and technology. It creates crops which are drought resistant, short maturing, ठीक है, will we be able to better mitigate the impacts of climate change? ठीक है, if we have created such type of political economic systems where there is more equality, does it means that the impact of famines will be lower? Obviously yes. I hope you get my point. ठीक है, so clearly when you are studying about famines, food security, दोनों में लगता है। फ्रेमवर्क क्या है? It is again, there are three viewpoints which explain food security and famines issue, ठीक है, and these three viewpoints are the Malthusian, Neo-Malthusian, Malthusian, Neo-Malthusian view, and it primarily focuses upon which type of factors? Environmental factors पर इसका focus होता है. ठीक है? It says that the phenomena is essentially what? It is natural phenomenon. ठीक है? Second view, if you talk about, as we said, it is technocentric view, and it essentially focuses upon the factor of technology, development and diffusion. थर्ड व्यू, यहां पर मार्क्सियन के बजाय वर्ड यूज करते हैं पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमिक व्यू. अभी हम इसको देखते हैं, पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमिक व्यू. ठीक है? सो अगेन यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि क्या कीवर्ड यूज हुआ है. अगर सपोज करो कि मैं यहां पर लिखता डिस्कस के बजाय इलैबोरेट, एक्सप्लेन, can I say my entire answer should have been on primarily explaining this impact of climate change, how it will lead to increased frequency and intensity of famines? Yes or no? 90% of the answer should have been on that. Conclusion में ही मेरे पास only space where I can write other view is the conclusion. But I had by purpose added that keyword discuss, because I knew that most of the people will not know this, and they will also not notice this. ठीक है? I hope it is clear now. तो अब इस आंसर में जब मुझे लिखना है, तो how climate change will impact, can I say it can form, because it is discuss, first part can form 60% of my main body. ठीक है? Then 40% of the main body, I have to write the other two views, that how it will be also factor of technological development. How, if you talk about, it will also be factor of political economy. ठीक है? So climate change will disrupt food production and will lead to increased frequency and intensity of famines. So if I have to write an introduction, ठीक है, in recent times the occurrence of first climate change related famine in Madagascar. So 2 साल पहले मडागास्कर में एक बड़ा फेमाइन आया, and it was said to be the first climate change related famine, exclusively related with climate change impact. ठीक है? In Madagascar has triggered fears of the impact of climate change on famines. Then main body, what is expected? That the climate change will essentially trigger, it will lead to increase in both intensity and frequency of famines. Intensity and frequency of famines. Now this part I have given here. ठीक है? So human caused factors including global food system are raising average global temperatures by 0.2 degrees Celsius per decade. extreme weather events such as storms, fires, floods, droughts have increased frequency and have increased in frequency and intensity. Average sea level has risen by 16 to 21 centimeters since 1900. All of these manifestations of climate change have direct and indirect negative impacts on food security and hunger. यहाँ पर हम famine word use करेंगे. Through changes in food production, availability, access, quality, utilization and stability of food systems. ठीक है. So impact on food production किस तरह से होगा? You just go through that. Temperature कैसे impact करेगा? Like for example, many of the staple crops. One important staple crop is wheat. ठीक है. Wheat is essentially which type of crop? It is subtropical to temperate crop. ठीक है. And wheat, if you talk about, largest production of wheat is taking place in subtropical regions. So if in subtropical regions, if they are influenced by global warming, that means what will happen with the yield of wheat? It will decrease. ठीक है. So again, ये impact हमें दिखाई पड़ रहा है wheat पर, maize पर. ठीक है. इसी तरह से सी लेवल राइस का क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा, वो सब चीजें इसमें दी हुई हैं. तो प्रोडक्शन पे क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा है? देन इम्पैक्ट ऑन, इट कैन ऑल्सो इम्पैक्ट फूड एक्सेस के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से किस तरह से इम्पैक्ट करेगा, इम्पैक्ट ऑन न्यूट्रिशन पे किस तरह से इम्पैक्ट करेगा. दीज इफ यू टॉक अबाउट विल बी कॉन्स्टिट्यूटिंग यू 60% ऑफ द आंसर. ठीक है. सो एक वो इम्पैक्ट कैसे कर रहा है, डायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट कर रहा है, and then its impact is indirect. Excess पे impact करना, etc., that is indirect impact. So that is the first part I will write, which will constitute, as I said, 60% of my answer. Once I have written this, then I will say that the idea that climate change will increase frequency and intensity of famines is essentially neo-Malthusian. Is essentially neo-Malthusian. It fails to acknowledge the other factors like technology and political economy, which also determine famines, which also determine famines. In fact, most scholars today agree that famines occur more due to anthropogenic factors or causes. Anthropogenic factors or causes. Once I have written this, I'll move on. I'll talk about the impact of technological development on famines. So tell me, can we say that when we are talking about the impact of technological development on famines, here again we have to write from the perspective of the climate change itself. So can we say that the how much climate change will have impact on famines will be also determined by how much we have developed climate change resistant technology in agriculture. ठीक है. So can we say it requires that we should develop technologies like the crops which will be more drought resistant crops. ठीक है. There can be more even short maturing crops. ठीक है. Temperature resistant technologies. So if we are able to progress on these fronts, can I say will we be able to minimize the impact of climate change on food productivity and production? ठीक है. So we'll definitely be able to minimize the impact of climate change. So one dominant factor if you talk about is the impact of technological development. ठीक है. Then दूसरा फैक्टर क्या है? It is political economy impact on famines. Impact of political economy. तो ये जो पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमी है ये कई तरीके से डिटरमाइन कर. ठीक है. अब इसको समझने के लिए यहां पर एक AB वॉट्स का, ठीक है, तो if you talk about MJ watt, sorry, so there is a triangle. This is an equatorial triangle जो थोड़ा सा it has become distorted because of the space adjustments. So on the one side, can you see there is entitlement as a factor? On the other side, there is empowerment as a factor, and on the third side, it is पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमी एज अ फैक्टर. ठीक है. तो तीन चीजें डिटरमाइन करती हैं. एंड एज यू गो अवे फ्रॉम दीज थ्री, देयर इज इन द सेंटर रेफर टू एज जोन ऑफ वल्नरेबिलिटी. ठीक है. दिस इज द जोन ऑफ वल्नरेबिलिटी. इफ द सोसाइटी लाइज मोर टुवर्ड्स द जोन ऑफ वल्नरेबिलिटी, then what will happen? There will be greater chances of impact of famines. ठीक है. तो अब इसमें हम तीन फैक्टर्स की बात करते हैं. कौन कौन से तीन फैक्टर्स है? अभी मैं आंसर की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, फर्स्ट टाइम एक्सप्लेनिंग द आइडिया. ठीक है. सो विच आर दीज थ्री फैक्टर्स? वन इज एंटाइटलमेंट, ठीक है. सो नाउ टेल मी, एंटाइटलमेंट में one example can be taken is that of land tenure system. ठीक है. लैंड टेन्योर सिस्टम. तो लैंड टेन्योर सिस्टम, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं लेता हूं इसमें, टेक द केस ऑफ इफ देर इज फ्यूडलिस्टिक to semi feudalistic system. फ्यूडलिस्टिक टू सेमी फ्यूडलिस्टिक सिस्टम, ठीक है। दैट मीन्स यहां पर इस तरह के सिस्टम में क्या होगा, विल देयर बी मोर लैंडलेस लेबरर्स, ठीक है। दैट मीन्स दे आर लेस एंटाइटल्ड, एंड इफ दे आर लेस एंटाइटल्ड, in this case what will happen, will there be, as we said, there will be more landless laborers, and if there is more landless laborers, tell me, will there be more poverty? Hand to mouth situation होगी, there is no saving, and when such difficult events occur like drought आ गया, can I say in that situation, because they do not have saving to rely upon, is it possible that there can be famines? Obviously there can be famines. So one very important factor is what? It is entitlement. ठीक है। Second, if you talk about is empowerment. The case of empowerment, like for example, अगर हम इंडिया में देखें तो this empowerment can be with respect to use of resources, with respect to the use of resources, like अगर हम एक इसमें एग्जाम्पल लें इंडिया में, तो do we find that there is large population of lower caste whose access to resources is denied? Yes or no? Whether it is water resources or many forms of resources. So there what we find, access to many types of resources is denied, and as a result of which what will happen, they are again poor and they are more vulnerable to famines, ठीक है। तो अगेन उनका पॉलिसी में कोई से नहीं है। पॉलिसी अगर देखो तो हु इज मेकिंग पॉलिसीज, इट इज द upper caste. A survey was done in which it was found in majority of government institutions, if you look into, in the higher positions, still you will be finding majority is which? It is the upper caste. Judiciary में देखोगे तो it is more than 95% is upper caste. Media में it is 97% it was found to be the upper two most dominant upper castes. ठीक है, so they are not empowered, and that is one of the reasons why they are also poor. ठीक है, so there is the factor of empowerment. Then third factor हमने बात किया political economy. Political economy, तो अगर मैं political economy की बात करूं, इसमें भी फिर से हम एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं। पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमी कई तरीके की हो सकती है, लाइक एक एग्जांपल हमारा था कोलोनाइजेशन का, दैट वाज वन टाइप ऑफ पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमी। तो कोलोनाइजेशन, एंड कोलोनाइजेशन में इंडिया वाज ट्रीटेड एज व्हाट, एसेंशियली एज रिसोर्स पेरिफेरी, एंड thus it was subjected to what? It was subjected to exploitation, and if it was subjected to exploitation, very clearly you can understand that there will be more impact of फेमाइंस। उस समय ज़्यादा फेमाइंस का इम्पैक्ट होता था, ठीक है। अगर हम आज के टाइम में भी देखें तो इंडिया का जो पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमी है, कैन वी से आवर मॉडल ऑफ डेवलपमेंट इज मोर ओरिएंटेड टुवर्ड्स इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन. ठीक है, इट इज मोर ओरिएंटेड टुवर्ड्स industrialization. And if it is more oriented towards industrialization, does it means that the most of the investment will be going in selected few pockets, which will be particularly some cities? Okay, so much of the investment in the selected few pockets. ठीक है, so can you understand कि कितना it is like a case of clear injustice. In many cases you will be finding, बार बार ये बात होती है, you will find many people saying कि most of the tax is being given by the cities and particularly जो metropolitan cities है वहां से सबसे ज्यादा टैक्स आ रहा है, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. सारा बेनिफिट किसके पास जा रहा है? उन्हीं के पास जा रहा है ना, बिकॉज अपॉर्चुनिटीज तो वहीं पर है. ठीक है, थिंक अबाउट कि गवर्नमेंट ने एक स्कीम लगाई, ठीक है, एंड ये स्कीम था नेशनलाइजेशन ऑफ बैंक्स. क्यों किया नेशनलाइजेशन ऑफ बैंक्स? व्हाट वाज द रीजन? प्राइमरी रीजन वाज इट वाज डन टू एसेंशियली फोर्स मोनेटाइजेशन ऑफ रूरल इकोनॉमी. ठीक है, ताकि रूरल इकोनॉमी में भी क्या हो जाए, मोनेटाइजेशन हो जाए. उससे पहले रूरल इकोनॉमी वाज बेस्ड अपॉन व्हाट? इट वाज बेस्ड अपॉन सम ट्रेडिशनल सिस्टम्स लाइक बार्टर सिस्टम वाज प्रेवलेंट. ठीक है, बट बार्टर सिस्टम से क्या होगा? एग्रीकल्चर विल रिमेन सबसिस्टेंस टाइप. गवर्नमेंट को क्या करना था? इंडस्ट्रीज डेवलप करनी थी. इंडस्ट्रीज डेवलप करने के लिए व्हाट दे रिक्वायर्ड एसेंशियली वाज दे रिक्वायर्ड कॉमर्शियल एग्रीकल्चर. बट clearly they were not willing to support this transition by themselves. Okay, because they felt they need to invest more in development of industries. Okay, so how this change will be brought? Force it to the people. They will themselves do this change. And one way adopted was monetization of Indian agriculture. Now, earlier a farmer who was able to satisfy his needs, which were limited through traditional systems, barter system, etc., he was able to do that. But now, in the current system, if he wants to even purchase few other things, suppose he is producer of wheat, he wants to eat vegetables. For that also, what he requires? Does he requires money? And to ultimately have money, you should also have surplus production. And to get surplus production, what you need to do? You need to buy costly HYV seeds for which you require credit. Okay? If you are buying, suppose if you get money, if you buy costly HYV seeds, then it is a packaged technology. So it will also require fertilizers. To dilute the fertilizers, you require lots of water. If you are putting water and nutrients, you are creating an environment for pests. So that means you also need to put pesticides. These are short maturing varieties. That means maximum advantage of it can be derived if the agricultural operations are completed on time. For that, you need to do mechanization. Okay? Every burden is put on whom? The farmer. Okay? Some of the farmers adopted, some of them who had bigger fields, they became more successful because they were able to generate such kind of surpluses. What happened to others? Can you see that India has been forced into an agrarian crisis which seems to be not ending? ठीक है, So what has happened? Why it has happened? Because everything was oriented towards where? We thought only about industrialization. We didn't think about the agriculture sector. Agriculture sector was just seen as a means to an end. The end here was clearly industrialization of India. अभी भी देखो, now also you see, when it is elections are there, particularly in certain states, there will be issue of farm loan waiver. ठीक है? And so many experts will come on TV and say, no, it will lead to lack of, it will lead to fiscal indiscipline. बहुत सारी problems हो जाएंगी, that, this, that, etc., etc. And government जो है lakhs of crore rupees corporates का सीधे write off they do, and nobody even talks about it, which is very clearly tells us that our system is oriented, the political economic system is oriented towards where? Towards development of industries, and it doesn't care about agriculture. So in such a system, can I say that there will be large rural areas which will remain underdeveloped? Yes or no? Primary development will be focused on certain growth foci. Rest of the areas will be what? They will be lacking development. And definitely this means that there will be greater poverty and greater vulnerability to famines. Okay? So very clearly this Watts triangle explains how the famines can occur. So this is the zone of vulnerability. So if you are near to from this or from this or from this, what will happen? The chances of occurrence of famines will be higher. Okay? So that is the case of political economy view on famines. So अब हम अपने व्यू पॉइंट में भी लिख सकते हैं इस चीज को. So what is the impact of political economy on famines? एक हम इसमें ग्लोबल लेवल पर लिख सकते हैं, ग्लोबल लेवल पर, फिर उसको रीजनल लेवल पर बता सकते हैं, दोनों लेवल्स पर एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं. सो टेल मी, एट ग्लोबल लेवल, इफ देयर आर systems which are created, ठीक है, which can be through international forums के through like UN etc. If there is dissemination or diffusion of climate resistant technologies, and funding to areas like Africa. Tell me, can we say that will we be able to better manage the impact of climate change? Yes or no? One continent where climate change is going to create havoc, it is Africa. Okay? So we have to make sure, as a whole humanity has to take care of this problem. So we have to create systems which will be taking care of this problem. Paris climate deal में हमने create किए हैं, ठीक है, like the green fund which has famine and extreme famine, and there are, this classification is based upon certain criteria. ठीक है. So what is the food insecurity in the world? एक मैप दिया हुआ है. You can very clearly see that food insecurity where it is highest. Can you see that there are certain sub-Saharan countries where you find that it is one of the highest? Certain other countries in West Asia, if you talk about Afghanistan, for example, the troubled countries of the world, where you will be finding it is highest. So again, region-wise, there are a number of people who are severely food insecure. Sub-Saharan Africa has maximum number of such people, followed by South Asia, Southeast Asia, Northern Africa, West Asia, then there are some in South America, and then there is other regions where it is the case. ठीक है, तो इसमें व्हाट आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू से कि इसमें नंबर्स दिए हुए हैं, डाटा दिया हुआ है जो मुझे यूज करना है. व्हेन आई हैव टू राइट अबाउट द डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज, टेल मी, कैन आई से कि द क्वेश्चन इज अकाउंट ऑफ फूड सिक्योरिटी इश्यूज. सो सबसे पहले मैं एक जनरल बात करूंगा कि कैन आई से फूड सिक्योरिटी डिपेंड्स अपॉन व्हाट? डज इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द एनवायरमेंटल फैक्टर्स? प्राइमरली यहां पर क्या है? इट इज द पॉपुलेशन रिसोर्स रेशियो पे डिपेंड करता है. इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन ऑल्सो व्हाट? टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट, एंड इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमी रिलेटेड इश्यूज. तो सबसे पहले एक जनरल स्टेटमेंट बता दिया, ठीक है. देन वी विल बी फाइंडिंग एक एवरेज लेवल से अगर हम देखें तो जो डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज की बात करें टेम्पोरल सेंस में, ठीक है, टाइम के सेंस में, दिस इज फूड इनसिक्योरिटी, एंड हियर इज एसेंशियली द टाइम. सो फूड इनसिक्योरिटी की बात करें this is basically what it is before colonization. Before colonization, what has happened after colonization? Because there was more exploitation which occurred. This is during colonization. And if you talk about, there is post colonization, and post colonization mein in general what has happened? There has been this kind of decline in food insecurity because they have followed their own developmental policies. I hope you get my point. तो इस तरह का एक डायग्राम अपना इनोवेशन वहां पर we can do. Temporal sense में this is the account of temporal sense, but we will say that however the food insecurity situation or food security varies regionally. It is varying regionally. So if we talk about how it varies regionally, number of ways, और इसमें हम एरियाज बता सकते हैं. So one important area where the food security, in terms of food security, is East Asia. East Asia, and East Asia में हमें क्या दिखाई पड़ रहा है? There is, it is in terms of food security, it is positive. Positive food security is found. So if you talk about why there is the factor of positive food security, East Asia में हमें क्या दिखाई पड़ रहा है? Number of factors are there. Like for example, take the case of China. So was China able to reduce its population growth? ठीक है, they took concerted efforts under one child policy to reduce fertility and population growth. So tell me, can we say this is one of the reasons? Second, has China been able to implement the green revolution technology? So there is development and diffusion of green revolution technology. Green revolution technology. And what they have done to do that, they have also used commune system of agriculture. Commune system of agriculture. So they have used a more, you can say, socialistic model where there is more equitability situation which is there, where profit ऐसा नहीं है कि corporate के पास सारा profit चला जा रहा है. If when there is cooperative agriculture, what will happen with the profits? It will be shared. ठीक है? So again, because of that, what has been happening? They have been able to achieve much positive results in terms of food security. ठीक है? They have been better able to transition from agriculture to industrialization. ठीक है? So again, because of that, because they have been able to achieve very successful in terms of political economy, यहाँ पे जो transition हुआ है, it has been much successful. And as a result of which there is less unemployment, and thus there is what? Thus there is less poverty. And that is the one of the reasons why they have much better food security. Okay, so I can definitely talk about the case of East Asia as positive. Then if you talk about, if I have to talk about Southeast and South Asia. Southeast and South Asia, can I say here there is more mixed results दिखाई पड़ रहे हैं हमें? Can we say that here there are pockets or regions where the food security, if you talk about, is positive? It is positive. और ये जो positive है, ये कौन से areas में है? Can I say it is the pockets where green revolution has been more successful? We made the diagram of green revolution pockets in India. These are the areas where green revolution has been successful. ठीक है? Like for example, अगर Southeast Asia में examples लेने हैं, तो you know there is better food security in some of the countries. Whether if you talk about Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, they have performed better comparatively. If you talk about Cambodia, Laos, there what we find that the food security is not so much better. Myanmar, again, not so much better. So again, it is related with one factor is essentially what? Technology. Another factor, if you talk about, is what? It is political economy. So for example, Southeast Asia, can we say some of them have more authoritarian regime? Can we take the example of Myanmar? Junta is the ruling regime in Myanmar. ठीक है? So again, because of that, the results have been what? They have been more mixed. Some areas there is still problems remain. Some areas have performed better. ठीक है? So I hope you can understand now कि इसको लिखना कैसे है. अगर मैं अफ्रीका के बारे में लिखूंगा, सब साहारन अफ्रीका, can I say I will write grim prognosis? Yes or no? The future seems to be very bleak. So suppose if I have to write about sub-Saharan Africa, तो सब सहारन अफ्रीका की अगर हम बात करें तो द TFR, present TFR levels are above 3.5. That means it is experiencing very high levels of fertility. Population growth is what? It is experiencing high population growth. Levels are being experienced, which is putting pressure on the resources. ठीक है? As we said, technology wise, what has happened? The crops in which green revolution has been successful are not staple crops of sub-Saharan Africa. ठीक है? So green revolution successful crops are not cultivated in Africa. So again, as a result of which, what we find, there is mostly subsistence agriculture which is found, and production is low. If you talk about political economy, tell me, have we seen that Africa continues to suffer from the phenomena of neocolonization? ठीक है, under the guise of authoritarian regimes which are controlled by the West. ठीक है, so sub-Saharan Africa is characterized by so many political conflicts, ठीक है, which is making it difficult for the process of development to progress, and thus it has a very grim prognosis. When you are writing about North Africa and West Asia, एक साथ लिख सकते हैं. Both of them are, if you talk about at same level, so suppose you are talking about North Africa and West Asia, Southwest Asia in fact जिसको बोलते हैं. So North Africa, Southwest Asia, what is the characteristic here? In terms of population, can we say it is still highly under populated region? ठीक है, it has been better able to control its fertility. Fertility यहाँ पर 3 के नीचे आ चुका है in these areas. So there is significant reduction in fertility which is found in these areas. If you talk about, in this case, have they discovered oil resources? Their economy is essentially based upon oil resources, and because of that, are they able to import food? And through this import of food, they are able to take care of what? Food security. So here there is, we find that there is better food security. ठीक है. Similarly, अगर मुझे suppose करो, I have to write about South America. South America. Can we say it is essentially, it is also underpopulated? It is underpopulated. If you talk about what they have done, although their cultivation, if you talk about, is not so much possible, so what they have focused upon, they have focused upon alternative agriculture. Like for example, there is development of plantation. ठीक है, there is development of ranching. Like for example, most of the South American countries, if you talk about like Argentina, Brazil, they are very important producers of beef. ठीक है, various type of plantation crops Brazil में produce होते हैं, like if you talk about sugar, coffee, and as a result of which, can I say that they are involved in export, import? Through that they are able to take care of what? Food security. So they have made progress in food security. It is not that ultimately they have completely achieved, but there is good progress which have been made. So I hope you can understand now इसको लिखना कैसे है. अगर सपोज मैं डेवलप्ड वर्ल्ड की बात कर रहा हूं, कैन आई से इन डेवलप्ड वर्ल्ड there is food security, there is no problem, but what has happened? It has gone to the other side and it is experiencing malnutrition in the form of obesity and other related issues. There is the problem of overconsumption. Okay? So that is the case of developed world. So in this way you will be essentially writing it. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Question number 16, discuss Weber's theory of industrial location and assess its relevance in present day context. So what can be our introduction? Can we say कुछ keywords introduction में लिख दें तो उससे अच्छा एक introduction बन सकता है. We can make a good introduction like Weber developed a theory of industrial location in 1909. So stop. His theory is essentially a positivistic, deterministic, and deductive theory. So it is positivist, it is deterministic also, and it is the methodology which has been used is deductive methodology. ठीक है. Then main body पे आ जाएंगे. You know that the determinism and deduction and positivism, all these can be seen. So this can be seen, in the fact that theory is based upon some simplifying और assumptions. तो यहाँ पर फिर मैं क्या बताऊंगा? सिंप्लीफाइंग एक्सियम्स और assumptions. अब ये क्वेश्चन जो है 20 मार्क्स का है एंड यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल व्हाट यू आर राइटिंग. ठीक है. एंड इफ आई टॉक अबाउट केयरफुल, इस क्वेश्चन में देयर इज वन कीवर्ड डिस्कस Weber's theory of industrial location, and second part is assess its relevance in the present day context. I am getting 4 pages here to write. ठीक है. Very clearly I have 3 parts to be written. ठीक है. One part is essentially what? One part I have to write the theory. ठीक है. ये जो लिखना है कम से ये मेरे पास मैक्सिमम कितना पेज है? Including introduction, it should be finished by 2nd page. ठीक है. The question is also asking discuss. इसका मतलब क्या मुझे इसका criticism भी लिखना चाहिए? I should also be writing criticism. So criticism should be on the 3rd page. It should be criticism. Then it is also asking relevance in present day context. ठीक है. So that means there is contemporary relevance. This will include the 4th page. ठीक है. So 4 pages में मुझे बहुत सारी चीजें लिखनी है. That means I have to be very, very short, very crisp. It also means you cannot write everything which I will be discussing here. ठीक है. मैं जब डिस्कस करता हूं तो my objective is also to make sure that you understand everything, and thus I am very elaborative. When you are writing, you do not have to write everything which I am speaking. You have to summarize it. छोटे छोटे sentences में उसको convert करना. You have to convert it. ठीक है? So let's see. सबसे पहले it is based upon certain simplifying axioms. So some of the axioms you can definitely write. Like, for example, it considered what? It considers presence of an isolated region or a state having isotropic surface under one political authority. Under one political authority. ठीक है? So this is one of the assumptions which it talks about. Then if you talk about resources, if you talk about, are unevenly distributed, and the location of these resources is known. The location of these resources is known. ठीक है? Third, if you talk about assumption which it talks about is that the transportation cost varies with distance and weight. It varies with distance and weight. Another assumption it makes is that the position of labor or location of labor as well as its price is fixed. प्राइस मतलब वेजेस, बेटर इज वेजेस लिखो, वेजेस आर फिक्स्ड. इसका मतलब देखो यहां पे सिंपली बता रहा हूं, सपोज 1 2 3 डिफरेंट लोकेशंस हैं. तो लोकेशन ऑफ लेबर इज व्हाट? फिक्स्ड. दीज आर सेटलमेंट्स. तो इफ देयर इज अ स्मॉल सेटलमेंट, कंपेयर करो A, B एंड C. दीज आर 3 सेटलमेंट्स. So can I say, compared to A, C has more people? And does it means that can there be greater supply of labor? And if the supply of labor is higher, does it means that the cost of labor can be cheaper? ठीक है? So हर जो लोकेशन है वहां पर नंबर ऑफ लेबर कितना है वो फिक्स है, एंड द कॉस्ट ऑफ लेबर इज ऑल्सो फिक्स्ड. ठीक है? So that is one of the assumptions which it talks about. Definitely it also talks about that the entrepreneurs, they are what? They are rational economic humans. Rational economic humans. ठीक है? Another assumption which it talks about is it believes that the demand is constant. There is no change in the demand. That means it is primarily focusing from the supply side of the economics. And it also believes that there is what? That there is perfect competition which exists in the economy. It is existing in an economy. So essentially ये किस तरह का मॉडल है? It is a classical economic model. ठीक है? सो सबसे पहले हमने क्या किया, अब ये कैसे लिखोगे? शॉर्ट में किसी तरह से इसको करके लिखना. यू हैव टू राइट द assumptions. इफ यू फील कि इतनी जगह नहीं है तो कुछ assumptions लिख दो. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई कैन से लाइक आइसोलेटेड आइसोट्रॉपिक सरफेस, डिमांड कांस्टेंट. ठीक है? others like position of labor, because some of them are very important. You have to write it somehow. So once I have written, on the basis of that, what Weber does, Weber's theory is divided into two parts. Okay? So on the basis of that, he deduces his theory. He deduces the propositions of the theory. So proposition of the theory, it is divided into part. First part, it is about identifying the least transportation cost point. ठीक है. Second part में what he tries to do, tries to understand how industrial location can shift. So how industrial location can shift due to impact of other factors like labor cost and agglomeration. So he divides his theory into two parts. ठीक है. First, points of minimum transportation cost. Points of minimum transportation cost. So for him, total transportation cost, it is what? It is sum of transportation cost of raw material to industry and plus transportation cost of finished goods to market. Finished goods to the market. Thus, industrial location will depend upon the nature of raw material involved. Nature of raw material involved. ठीक है. So in case of gross raw material, what is the case of industrial location? It is near to raw material source. और साथ में ये वाला डायग्राम बनाया, R1 R2 market, so which is the point of least transportation cost is I, where the industry would be located. In case of pure raw material, which is entirely entering into the finished product, what we find, it is not fixed. That means anywhere between market and raw material, कहीं पर भी हो सकता है. तो इन जनरल इसके लिए जो हम डायग्राम बनाते हैं, it is R1 R2 both are pure raw material, that is जिसको हम weight gaining raw material भी बोलते हैं. So in this case, because of the pull of the market, the industry can be located where? Near the market due to its pull. So that is the case of pure raw material, like the case of automobile industry. ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री में क्या होता है, जो भी पार्ट्स हैं विच आर द इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स और वेरियस, इफ यू टॉक अबाउट मशीनरी एटसेट्रा, ऑल ऑफ देम आर असेंबल्ड. ठीक है, तो एज दे आर असेंबल्ड, that means it is an example of, in a way, pure raw material. So what will happen? Do we find that lots of automobile industries, are they located near to the market center? ठीक है, so that is the case of the raw material. And एक और लाइन यहां पर लिख देंगे, ubiquitous raw material do not affect industrial location. Do not affect industrial location. Now, did you see one thing? When I am writing here, I did not explain what is gross raw material, what is a pure raw material, and what is a ubiquitous raw material. इतना मैं मान के चलूंगा, I will assume कि इतना एग्जामिनर को आता हो. ठीक है, and definitely otherwise it will be difficult to complete in 4 pages. ठीक है, so wherever you can just skip, you can assume the examiner knows. So main keywords I have written about how the industry will be located. I don't need to explain everything. So once he has done this, second, he looks into what? Impact of labor cost. To understand it, he develops network of isotims and isodopane. Isotims and isodopanes. ठीक है, तो वो क्या करता है, आइसोटिम्स डेवलप करता है, आइसोडोपेन डेवलप करता है. तो इफ यू टॉक अबाउट आइसो, अब यहां पर मुझे ये समझाना नहीं है आंसर के अंदर, आई डोंट नीड टू एक्सप्लेन इट बिकॉज इट हैज नॉट बीन आस्क्ड. बट इफ यू हैव सीन PYQs, दे हैव आस्क्ड isotims, they have asked isodopane,